The Buddhist sermon is delivered by Prof.Dr. Venerable Lenagala Siriniwasa Thera.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Charang va yadiva titthang nisinno udava sayang yo vitakkang vitakketi papakang geha nissitang ti. Dear Dhamma friends, today I am going to explain the sutta which is named as Chara Sutta. This sutta is in Anguttara Nikaya in Chatukka Nipata. Buddha wanted to explain 4 facts related to the 4 moments of person who are always using in day-to-day life. What are those 4 moments? Walking, standing, sitting, and lying down. In these 4 moments, the disciples of Buddha must think about the impermanency of name and form, especially 5 aggregates, Rupa, Vedana, Sanya, Sankhara, Vijnana. Once the monks asked from the Buddha, after the controlling sense organs, after the observing and protecting 5 precepts and other precepts, what we have to do? And they asked from the Buddha. Buddha said, Samadaya sikkhati sikkhapadesu. As I have explained, you have to observe the precepts and you have to practice them. Observing is another fact. Practicing is another thing. Normally, in our Buddhist society, there are many people who are observing precepts but not practicing in their day-to-day lives. They observe 5 precepts, but when the time being, they break all those precepts. Sometimes in the same day, in the same hour, they break those precepts. The precepts are to be protected or practiced. They are not only to read but also to be practiced. Mostly reciting after the monks, Panatipata, Veramani Sikkhapadan Samadhiyami, Adinnadana Veramani Sikkhapadan Samadhiyami, etc. They are reciting or repeating, following the monks who are giving those kinds of precepts, but they don't practice them. Buddha wanted the disciples to practice them in their day-to-day life. That is why Buddha mentioned 2 words, Samadaya Sikkhata. Samadaya means observe. After observing, Sikkhata means to be practiced. Those precepts must be practiced in day-to-day life. In Chara Sutta, it is clearly explained, Charatopi bhikkhave bhikkhuno uppajjati kama vitakko va vyapada vitakko va vihinsa vitakko va. When we make movements, 4 kinds of movements in our day-to-day lives. It means walking, standing, sitting, and lying down. In these four movements, we have to be mindful. We have to be aware of the activities of mind. We have to protect the mind from the cravings, because the cravings are always coming into the mind through sense organs. Through sense organs, through eye, ear, nose, tongue, and the body. 5 kinds of aims, objects are coming continuously. Those objects are creating cravings. What are those cravings? Raga, dosa, moha, and other cravings. Lust, anger, and illusion. Those thoughts are producing cravings in our mind. That is why Buddha wanted us to be careful about the thoughts. When we walk, those kinds of cravings are coming into the mind. In this sutta, it is explained as follows: Charato chepi bhikkhave bhikkhuno uppajjati kama vitakkam. When we walk, the lust will enter into the mind. The thoughts related to the lust, kama vitakkam, will appear in the mind. This is very common thing. When you walk on the road, when you drive, when you move on a bus, you see various kinds of attractive things, some objects. If a young boy see the young girl, beautiful young girl, there may be a lust connecting to that girl, looking at her face, dress, and also her body. He will produce craving or lust in his mind. While he was walking, he will see his enemy. At that time, he will produce anger in his mind. While he is working, he will see very attractive things, objects. At that time, he will think, oh, this object must take into my life. It's very attractive, fascinating, very interesting. Maybe a food, maybe a person, or maybe another objects. At that time, he thinks, I have to take this into my life as my own thing, self. He thinks in this manner, it must be my thing, or it must be mine. This is called Atma. Atma. If he is very mindful, he will not produce this craving in his mind. He will control his mind. He thinks the impermanency of these objects, these attractive and fascinating things. It will decay moment by moment, day by day. So he thinks the suffering of the attachment. Then he thinks, I should not take these objects as my or mine. Anatta. Anicca, dukkha, anatta is very important here. These 3 characteristics are very important to develop the insight wisdom or insight knowledge. So we practice insight meditation to develop wisdom. In walking posture, in walking moment, we think in this manner, all these things, whatever I see, whatever I hear, whatever I taste, whatever I touch, whatever I smell, all these things are caused to impermanency. These are producing suffering. Therefore, I should not take them as my own thing. That idea is in this Chara Sutta. Tang ve bhikkhu adivaseti na pajahati na vinodeti na byanti karoti. If my disciple don't think in this manner, what will happen to him? The cravings will increase in his mind. He is anatapi anottapi satatan samitan kusito hina viryo. Buddha said, if such kind of disciples are there in my Buddhist order, they are named as anatapi. They don't burn the cravings. They don't destroy the craving. Anatapi. Anottapi means they don't have shame to do wrong things or bad things. Because they don't care about the cravings, always increase in the cravings in their minds. They practice the same thing. They increase the lust, anger, and the illusion. Actually, illusion means the taking all these things as own, as his own. That idea, the normal sense of amoha. Moha is illusion. Amoha is free from illusion. The moha give great idea, not taking self. Normally we translate it as ignorance, but in the deep sense, it is explaining the idea or concept of selfless. We should not take them as our own things. Satatan samitan kusito hina viryo. He is always very lazy, no energetic. There is no any effort to develop good qualities. When we walk, we have to be mindful about our thoughts. If we are not aware of the thoughts while we are walking, the cravings will increase in our mind. Charato chepi bhikkave bhikkhuno uppajjati kama vitakkang vyapada vitakkang vihinsa vitakkang. This is the simple idea of that paragraph. Then Buddha expressed titassa chepi bhikkave. Titassa means standing. When the disciples are developing, increasing cravings while they are standing, it may be a cause for the next birth or birth cycle. It will produce a craving and also deep attachments, upadana. Tanha and upadana are increase in the minds of the persons. When we stand anywhere, we have to be careful about our mind. We have to live mindfully in the position of standing. You can think in this manner. You are waiting for a bus in the bus stop, standing there. You are taking 2-3 hours, maybe a few minutes. While you are standing, you will see various kinds of attractive, fascinating objects. And also you will enjoy with songs and food or touch or any other sensual objects. Now you are standing. While you are standing, you are increasing cravings, such as kama vitakka, vyapada vitakka, vihinsa vitakka. You are developing lust, you are developing anger, you are developing illusion, you are thinking all those attractive things as your own. You try to take them as your own. at that time the cravings are increasing. Buddha wanted the disciples to practice without developing cravings. He should stand in all those places wherever he goes. He should be very mindful. He should be mindful because if we are not living mindfully, the cravings will increase our minds naturally, not forcefully, automatically, naturally. The cravings are increasing. Then the third one. Now we have discussed about the moving, and we have discussed about the standing position. The third one is sitting. It means if you are sitting on a chair, at that time you have to be careful about the thoughts. The thoughts which are related to the lust, anger and illusion will be increased in your mind while you are sitting on a chair, while you are sitting on a bus, while you are sitting on a mattress, anywhere. While you are sitting, you will get various kinds of objects into your mind through the sense organs, through eye, through ear, through nose, through tongue and the body. Various kinds of objects are coming into the mind. Then, if you see the attractive objects, then you cling on them. You will attach to those objects, and also you will improve the deep attachment related to those objects. What happened to you? While you are sitting on a chair, you are developing cravings. You are increasing cravings. Buddha said, you must be careful. Don't develop cravings while you are sitting. You must be very careful. You must live there mindfully. At present, you have to recognize your mind. Now you are sitting. While you are listening to this Dhamma talk, sometimes you are walking, you are standing, or you are sitting on a chair or somewhere. Think now. Cravings are coming into the mind. Lust, thoughts related to the lust, thoughts related to the anger, thoughts related to the illusion are coming continuously. If you are not mindful, what happened to you? You will attach to them. While you are watching television, you will see some programs related to the music or teledrama or films. You will watch through the TV screens, film screens. At that time, you are increasing the cravings. What will happen to you? Those cravings are cause for the birth cycle. If you have got a deep attachment to those cravings, what will happen to you? It may be a cause for the next birth. Buddha said, you have to stop the birth cycle. You have to cut off the cravings. You have to remove. You have to burn the cravings. How to do it? You have to think impermanency of all those objects which are coming into the mind. You have to think, if they are impermanent, they are producing suffering. Sometimes they will destroy. They will be destroyed. They will be finished automatically, vanished, disappear. They will lose. One day they will lose. At that time, the suffering will be produced in your mind. Therefore, why you attach to all those impermanent things? One day you have to leave all those relatives, mother, father, brother and sisters, sons and daughters. All those living relatives will pass away. The things which are very attached will lose one day. At that time, the tears are coming out from your eyes. You will cry, you will suffer. This is the reality. This is the real nature. Therefore, Buddha said, you should not attach to all those things. Think they are impermanent. They are producing suffering due to the impermanency. If they are impermanent, if they are producing suffering, why you should attach to all those things? Don't attach to those things. Buddha said, think as anatta, selfless. You can't take all these things as your own. Give up by your thoughts. Though you are living with those people, though you are using all those objects, don't be attached to all those things. Do your duties. Serve to the society. You are a responsible person to all those relatives, and you are responsible to the society. You have to give something to the society. You have to fulfill the ambitions of the relatives, earn money, helping them, and also giving lots of opportunities. You can serve them, do it, no problem, but you should not attach to those persons or those objects. The last one is sayanassa chepi bhikkhave bhikkhuno jagarassa uppajjati kama vitakkam vyapada vitakkam vihinsa vitakkam. While you are lying down, when you go to the bed, at once you will not sleep. You will wait few minutes, few hours until the sleep come to you. You have to think, in this time also the cravings will appear in my mind. Normally it is happening. While you are on the bed, while you are lying down on the bed, you will experience lots of lust, the thoughts of lust, the thoughts of anger, thoughts of self. You will experience. Now you are on the bed, you are preparing to sleep. Lying down on the bed, you have to consider about the 5 aggregates. Think about your body. Oh, my body is impermanent. It is producing suffering. I can't take it as my own. You have to think about the feelings, Vedana, and also Sanya, Sankara, Vijnana, science, thoughts, and consciousness. The objects which are very connected to the meditation are there with you. You no need to go here and there to find the meditative object. The meditative object is with you. It is Panchakanda, 5 aggregates. Rupa is with you. This is the body. The body is giving many examples for the impermanency. Day by day, decay in our body. Losing hair, decay in teeth, and also various kinds of weakness situations can be seen on your body, then you think, oh, it's impermanent. Rupa is, this form is always changing, and it is producing suffering, and therefore I should not take it as my own. Vedana, happy, pain, and equanimity, all these are sukha, dukkha, upekha, these are called as Vedana, sensation, feelings, perception. So we experience various kinds of feelings in day-to-day life. At the moment also you are experiencing one kind of feeling. Maybe you are in a happy position. Maybe you are in a suffering condition. Maybe you are in the equanimity position. No happiness, no suffering, but you are staying in a stable mind. It is called equanimity, upekha. And also signs. There are signs which are always entering into the mind. Rupa sanya, saddha sanya, rasa sanya, gandha sanya, sparsa sanya, dharma sanya. The signs of eye contacts, rupa, various kinds of pictures are coming. Sounds, saddha sanya, rasa, taste, smell, good or bad, and also gandha sanya, and also sparsa sanya, various kinds of touch. Sometimes it is cold, sometimes it is hot, sometimes it is semi-climate. These are called sanya. Dharma sanya, sometimes the thoughts of dharma will appear in your mind. You have to think all those signs are having a feature of three characteristics: anicca, dukkha, anatta. Always you are thinking about these three characteristics. While you are lying down, you think in the same manner. Sanskara. What is the meaning of sanskara? There are three meanings basically. One meaning is thoughts. In these five aggregates, it is explained as cetasika dhamma, or sanskara, or thoughts. Always thoughts are coming into the mind through the sense organs. And also there's another meaning, sankhara, the objects, animate and inanimate objects which are in this world are called as sanskara. And also another meaning is collections. Punyabhi sankara, apunyabhi sankara, ananjabhi sankara, merits, demerits, and other higher spiritual powers. They are actually called sanskara. Vijnana is consciousness. All these consciousness which are produced through the sense organs are face into the impermanency. They are producing suffering because of their attachment, and they are to be considered as the selfless. In this manner, Buddha explained when we have four kinds of movements in our body: walking, standing, sitting, and lying down. We have to practice mindfulness. We have to increase the thoughts of vipassana, insight meditation. If you do it, you will remove the cravings from your mind. You will attain the final goal. So, saying these words, I would like to wind up my Dhamma talk. May you all attain Nibbana. Sabbe satta bhavantu sukhitatta.
The Buddhist sermon was delivered by Prof.Dr. Venerable Lenagala Siriniwasa Thera.